Hello everyone! Today in our video review, an advanced tool for analyzing the strength of currencies. The binary options indicator currency slope strength will appeal to traders who are attracted by strategies based on the relative strength of currency pairs. In order to successfully apply them in practice, you need a tool that can quickly determine which of the other currencies in the pair is leading and which is lagging, and open a trade in the direction of the stronger one. This is the principle on which the binary options indicator currency slope strength is built. We will tell you how to use it in practice and how effective it is in this video review. In the meantime, a few words about how to install currency slope strength in the MetaTrader 4 terminal. The indicator and template with all the settings are installed in the MetaTrader 4 platform in a standard way. Look for a link to download the archive with the indicator, as well as instructions for installing it in the description under this video. Let's look at the operating principle and key settings of this indicator. Currency slope strength helps a trader determine the dominant currency. Then, based on this information, it makes assumptions about the beginning of a new trend. Understanding the principle of this indicator, it is quite difficult to miss an impending correction. Today, there are several varieties of this oscillator. Although they are all built on a similar principle, not all have the same calculation formula. For example, some of them may assess the rate of price change, like the ROC indicator. Others, the relative strength index, like RSI. The third, the commodity channel index CCI, or calculate the strength of the correlation between markets. As you can see, there are many options for creating a relative strength index of currencies. However, the binary options indicator currency slope strength is calculated based on the triangular moving average. The calculation of this average is similar to a simple moving average, but with additional smoothing. On the screen, you see both averages with one calculation period, 7 candles. As you can easily see, the triangular moving average is smoother than its classic counterpart and lags slightly behind the SMA. To determine how strong a particular currency is, currency slope strength evaluates the slope of the TMA moving average. Instead of the usual average values according to the TMA formula, the currency strength analyzer uses its own algorithm for calculation, which allows avoiding the lag typical for a triangular moving average. This indicator has many settings, and they are all divided into 4 blocks. General settings, indicator parameters, choosing currencies for analysis, setting the color for displaying each currency. Now let's look at each of them in more detail. General settings. In this section, the user can specify the currency pairs for which the analysis will be made. Calculation of relative strength, specify the maximum number of candles for displaying the oscillator, enable/disable weighting only by the chart symbol or by all currency pairs from the currency inputs block. Set fonts, add or remove values for weekends, display only the dynamics of the currency of this symbol on the chart. Indicator parameter block. These settings allow the user to set the time frame for calculation, the minimum threshold for triggering a signal about the intersection of relative strength indices, manage notifications, send letters to email or using push notifications, selecting currencies for analysis. In this block, you can select currencies to calculate their relative strength. Display settings. Here you can set up the appearance of the lines responsible for displaying the dynamics of currencies, time frame, intersections, and background. This indicator has 2 main operating modes. The first is displaying all currencies activated for analysis, and the second is visualizing the currencies that make up the pair on the chart to which it is attached. Now let's look at how each of them works separately. In the first case, the indices of all currencies will appear in the footer of the chart, opposite which in the currency input block is true. To enable this mode, the Show Only symbol on chart parameter must be set to false. To activate the operating mode for currencies that make up the pair, the Show Only symbol on chart parameter must be set to true. The currency slope strength binary options indicator generates signals of 3 types. At the intersection of lines, at the movement of indices in parallel, at the intersection of channel boundaries. Let's consider each of them. The intersection of the curves of the basement oscillator indicates a change in trend. In this case, a vertical yellow stripe will appear in the quotes panel, and the standard MetaTrader 4 trading platform alert with the direction of the crossing. If the lines intersect near the 0 mark inside the channel, this indicates that none of the currencies in the pair has yet acquired sufficient momentum for growth or decline. Therefore, it is clearly not worth counting on a large profit based on such a signal alone. On the other hand, it may precede the emergence of a strong upward or downward trend. Therefore, it is better to wait until the situation becomes clearer. If both relative strength indices move parallel to each other, this indicates the beginning of a flat. If there is no leading currency in the pair, then the participants in the trades have temporarily lost interest in this instrument, which is expressed in such behavior of the oscillator. One of the strongest signals of this instrument is the exit of both indices beyond the boundaries of the channel set in the level cross value parameters. By default, it is set at 0.2, but we advise you to select this value for a specific currency pair individually. If both lines go beyond the channel, one currency starts to slow down, while the other one accelerates. This is usually a sign of a new trend and a good opportunity to open a trade. The ideal situation is when one currency breaks through the upper channel boundary, while the other breaks through it in the opposite direction. As a rule, after such a signal, a stable unidirectional price movement occurs. Please note that indices do not always cross both boundaries at the same time. Sometimes this happens with some delay, 1, 2, or sometimes more candles. However, this is potentially a very good time to buy binary stocks or make trades if you're trading Forex. Now let's look at the rules of binary options trading with this indicator. Currency slope strength is a valuable technical tool for those who prefer to bet on winners. It makes it quite easy to determine the leading currency in the pair and plan your trades based on this information. So to buy call options you need 1. For the blue line to cross the green horizontal level from bottom to top. 2. The red line of the oscillator to cross the red horizontal level from top to bottom. 3. At the opening of a new candle, we buy the call option. To buy put options, you need 1. For the red line to cross the green level of the oscillator from bottom to top. 2. The blue line of the indicator to cross the red level from top to bottom. 3. At the opening of a new candle, we buy the put option. We recommend using an expiration time of 3 to 5 candles, depending on the asset you choose. However, for a certain currency pair, you should select the expiration based on the results of testing on historical data and a specific time frame. This indicator can become your favorite trading tool due to the fact that it allows you to assess the potential of currencies in a pair at an early stage of trend formation. With the help of this technical tool, you will be able to select the most promising currency pairs for trading. And remember, any strategy or indicator is just a tool that you need to learn how to use correctly. Be sure to check and test the work of the indicator on a demo account and historical data, not forgetting the rules of risk and capital management. And also choose only proven brokers, which can be found on our website in our regularly updated rating. If you liked the video, like it and subscribe to our channel. Register on our website and you will be constantly up to date with the latest news from the field of binary options trading, cryptocurrency, and the Forex market. Thank you for your attention. We wish everyone good profit and safe trading. And so that you do not doubt the reliability of this indicator, we will demonstrate its operation in real time and confirm that its signals do not repaint.